In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the Shadowed Prayers quest as well as the extra hidden quest right after that you don't normally find. So to start this quest, you will need to make your way to Patel, more specifically at the location onwards to the Flame Palace right over here. And if you do this and you're far enough in the game with the main story, you should see Menella run up to you. If you haven't had this happen, it means you're not far enough yet. So when she does meet with you, she's going to ask you to try lure out an assassin, but it's only going to be in the next morning, so you'll just have to sleep in an inn. I recommend sleeping in an inn to put down a hard save in case you do mess this up, because if you mess this up, you're not going to get the rest of the quest line or the next quest that comes after this. So when you meet them again here by the stairs, they're going to ask you to find an assassin, and they're going to give you a bandit bill of arrest that gives a very brief description of what the assassin looks like. Basically, it's the only dude who has a giant sword on his left hip, and he's right over there, so you can't miss him. He's always in this place. Go ahead, get near him and press the grab option, which will make you jump and hold him down, and this will basically play out a cutscene and some talking and be like, okay, cool, you know, that's him, and then it's going to lead to the room here. It's going to just teleport you here. They're going to basically give you the reward for completing this objective. So that's the reward for beating the Shadowed Prayers quest. Now, originally I thought this was where it ends, but there's actually more to this if you follow Menella to the Volcanic Island camp. But before we go there, I'm going to help you save some time. We're actually going to go to the jail where that assassin is stored to interrogate him first, because otherwise you're going to have to come all the way back here. I also recommend setting up a portstone crystal. So make your way to this jail over here, and you should see this is actually on the path of a different quest right now in the footage you're seeing. But once you get to the first jail, you're going to turn to the left, and you should see it will be the very first one on the right. There'll be an NPC in here like this. This is the one that you had jumped on and had arrested. It also seems pretty nice that they let him keep his sword in the cell. So essentially you're going to talk to him, and you get the option to give him 5,000 gold so that he can rat out some other people and give you some information that you need, right? So do this now, right? So that you have all the information, and you finish speak to him, use all of his dialogue options until he says the same thing multiple times. And now you're going to make your way to the Volcanic Island camp. But I recommend you set down a portstone crystal in Patel as well as the Volcanic Island camp. The location to the Volcanic Island camp, if you haven't been there, is along this pathway over here until you get to this location where you'll find Menella after she's healed in the hot springs. So she'll be right over here just before the hot springs on the right hand side there. So walk up to her and she'll basically talk to you, and she'll give you an indication that they need information. Now, because you already have this information, you can already skip this and you'll end up getting a fairy stone, which you can use to fast travel back, you know, which is great. Which is fantastic. So now you actually have to go back to the prison cell to meet with another prisoner who will have been caught by this stage. And this prisoner is going to be directly opposite the one that you were just at, just further down the hole on the left-hand side instead. And if you speak to him, you'll basically trick him into thinking that you have the Empress in custody and you're, you know, part of them, like you're one of the bad people, one of the assassins, right? So he's going to lure information to find out who is conspirating against the Empress. And now in Patel, you need to just make your way to this location right over here, and you should see Menella will run up to you, and she will basically lead you to the place where they're setting up a trap for the, you know, the person who is trying to have the Empress killed. This will then be marked on your map at this location, and you're going to make your way there. You're going to speak with the Empress and Menella and all of them, and they'll basically lead to talking about the proposal from the Empress where she shows her real body. You're going to want to go ahead and support her with that plan so that they can actually confirm that it's really her instead of the quest getting only half the rewards. Then you're going to speak to Menella and you're going to tell her that you're ready, and this is going to play out like a little bit of a time skip, and the person who's coming to find you with the Empress is going to come validate if this is actually the Empress, and if it's not, you're going to get attacked, and if it is, well, then you're going to do it the right way and you're going to catch this baddie, and she's going to ask you to go ahead and kill the Empress. You're not going to do anything. You're just going to unsheath your weapons like this, and then you're going to walk up to her body, and then you'll be stopped just in time. And if you've done this correctly, you'll see she'll be talking a little bit and, you know, saying everything. And then at this point, Menella will set up and say, it all becomes clear. It was you. That was your aim. And then Menella's going to say, you're surrounded, and you've essentially caught her, and you're going to just listen to them talk a little bit, and you'll get the reward for completing the entire quest line. That is what you get for completing it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching.